much. It was meant to be just one of the stanzas. You may be seated. Please, who came from Gwagwalada? Is anybody here from Gwagwalada? Wow, wow, wow. Welcome. So we're going to have some special claps. Now, it's a formal program, but it's also semi-formal because we are going to have segments of the program that are learning exchanges between us, very briefly. And a good number of the interactions would be both ways. And what we learn from the experiential approach to learning is to make it as informal as possible. So this program is going to be a mixture of both. So one of the slightly informal things we'll be doing from time to time is some special claps. We will try to be as mobile as possible because the program by nature means that we are seated 90% of the time. So when we have the opportunity to move for circulation, we will do so. And as teachers, you know, when learning is fun, what happens? Somebody said assimilation? Assimilation is faster. Please, when I say power, we clap. We clap once, and we could send it in a particular direction. So, ma'am, assimilation is faster. Who said it? Can you raise your hand? Oh, 3 people. Wonderful. So let's have one power. They will share. Power. Let's send it to them. Thank you very much. Please, the person from Gwagwalada. Thank you. Let's have power for him. Thank you. Who came from Buari? Anybody from Buari? They're still on their way. Anybody from Karu? Orozo Axis? In fact, they were the early birds. He was one of the first to come. And the gentleman from the Lotsville Academy, Lotsville Academy. I'll get to know the spelling. That's what we're here to do. Okay, so if you don't mind, can you be on your feet? And the lady who also came, they were our early birds. He came first, the gentleman with the hat. So what kind of clap do we give them? Power. Power works. We'll learn others. We have locomotive. We have American. We have Japanese. So for now, it will be power. But please, it's only fair to give them 3 powers because they came early. So let's go. Power. Another power. Last power. Let's send it to them. Thank you very much. Now, to all of you who are here, you've come from various destinations. So even if your school is in Dawaki, but for you to be here at this point in time takes effort that we truly appreciate. So for this, let's rub our hands. Just rub your hands so that it's a very hot power. Please just rub. I'm sure it's hot enough. One powerful power. Please, to yourself. Thank you very much. So this promises to be brief, engaging, but interesting. There are points where we'll laugh. There are points where we'll get serious. In a bit, we'll be calling Mr. Akin Olu-Phillips to come and give the official welcome and actually just go straight into his presentation. Part of the reason we're here today is to understand the process and proceedings, yes, the nature, I'm using different synonyms and adjectives, understand how this international spelling bee platform works. And we'll take a few minutes to show you a couple of videos. Those who came earlier had the privilege of seeing a bit of some of the videos. The few videos we have here give you a glimpse into this particular competition. For many years, we had taken final champions, just one, to the US with their families. And Mr. Akin Olu-Phillips will talk to you some more about it. When we have the opportunity for questions and answers, you can ask more questions. But this platform has been existing for close to a decade. And it's the first time we're having this in Abuja. Most times the national engagements are in Lagos. Some will be joining virtually. We're also streaming. As you can see, there's a camera crew, and those across the country who are unable to be here will join us. And thanks to COVID, we're now more digitized, right? We can work by remote and do many things virtually. We have a few questions for you, and we're in the digital age. So the questions will be answered on your phone. We are also being climate friendly. So we're moving towards a paperless society. I'm sure a lot of you had to do classrooms online in 2020. If you did, please say aye. See? So the test, as soon as it's ready, Omoye is going to let us know. We are not all on one platform, but we have your contacts. So they may come by text. The link may come by text. Please click the link and answer the questions. You'll probably have 5 minutes, or Omoye will tell us, so that you just run through the questions. A lot of them are even yes or no, or you just click. No much talk. If you don't understand the answer, pick the nearest to what you know. Just be honest about your answer. We have the pre-test on 2 platforms. There's Quizori, which is timed. If the platform is okay, we've been testing it to be sure. It usually has, network issues sometimes. If it's seamless, we'll use Quizori. Quizori is timed. If it is timed for 5 minutes, because these are the things we're going to teach your children, our spellers, to understand how to work with platforms like that. If it's for 5 minutes, once it's 5 minutes, like jam, it goes off, it times out. And there are 9 very simple questions. A good number are yes or no, true or false. What you don't know, because some of them are about what we're here to talk about. So there's some that you don't know. But if you know, by magic, African magic, it's okay. You can go ahead and respond. So as soon as that is ready, we'll get into it. If you receive the text and it's time to begin the calling it test sounds like work, exam. No. No, please, which sweeter, simpler, informal name can we use for it? Ma'am? Sorry, ma'am. Assessment, please. Power. Let's give it to the lovely lady on my left. Yes, so it's a pre-assessment. It's a pre-engagement assessment. Then we'll have the discussion and go back to that same assessment and just respond to the questions, same questions again. It's as simple as that. We have a few videos for you to watch. So we're going to be organic. There's a program, the agenda has probably just 5 items. Not much. And we're going to improvise. We have just a few copies. We will at a point in time project, but are basically summarized. So we'll take that assessment. You'll have a discussion with Mr. Akinolu Phillips. We will do some questions and answers. We might have 1 or 2 icebreakers in between. There will be time for a stretch break and maybe some refreshments. Then we'll have an exercise and do more Q&A, and we're good. We want to be sure that as you go back to your schools, you have a very clear understanding of how this platform works so that you can prepare them to put their best feet forward. So are we set? Are we set for the test? Okay. So are they receiving the links on their phones? Okay. So how many of us are in the WhatsApp group? Maybe you were just added actually. So you could take a moment and just look at your phone if you've been added. Please don't exit if it is International Spelling Bee. If it's anything Spelling Bee, please do not exit. So as soon as we confirm that, we just get into it very. By show of hands, if you've received any link, please can you raise your hand? If you are in the WhatsApp group, can you raise your hand? Okay, so Omoye, it seems most of us here are not in the group yet. Our latecomers are highly welcome. You're going to dance for us. It's one of the rules that we did not put up, but is there. So Omoye, no one indicated being in the group. You're working out something. So in the meantime, we'll give that a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes or so. So we would get into the videos, since this is a technical matter we're trying to resolve on this end. As soon as it is sorted out, it will be announced, and you can just look into your phones. You should get the link either as a text, or you might find yourself in the group and the link is posted there. Then you'll be timed. Omoye and Tola will time you on that. So even if it's going to be Google Forms, you'll also be timed. We'll all agree on the start time. So is Mr. Akinolu Phillips coming for a welcome, then we get into the videos, or do we go to the videos first? Okay. Fola? Okay, it's over to you.
Today I'll be talking to you about a topic based on self-esteem.
The game we won was called the Caterpillar. We played it with the Metamorphosis team. It was very stressful and frustrating because you had to put a balloon in between yourself and the person in front of you. So if you touch the balloon, or if you touch anything at all, you have to go back to the starting line and start all over again.
Spell the word transmogrify.
Transmogrify.
TRANSMOGRIFY. Transmogrify. Correct.
Say the word again.
Megatonage.
Megatonage. Megatonage.
Incorrect.
Repeat the word again.
Topiarist.
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 Correct.
Put your hands together for the two of them. They have made it to the final three. Spelling number 6 and spelling number 25. Now they try again because we need to have somebody in second and somebody in third. But these three people on stage are our top three.
Spell the word thoracic.
Is what again?
Thoracic.
Thoracic. THERASIC. Thoracic.
Incorrect. THORACIC. Spell the word effervesce.
EFFERVESCE.
Correct. Your championship word, coccyx.
Meaning of the word?
Coccyx is the final bottomless fused vertebra of the base of the spine.
Coccyx.
Yes, please.
COCCYX.
Correct.
And we have our champion, ladies and gentlemen, speller number 20. Our chaperone cannot hold himself. He cannot hold himself up. Come on. She gets to Washington, D.C.
I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Akinleye Olu Phillips. I'm the team lead with Pitt Phillips Foundation, and you're welcome to this day's event. And I know that we're all revved up, and I'm sure you'll be happy that you came. But before we go further, my duty, according to my bosses, is to just run you through what the foundation has been doing in the last 10 seasons. We started some 10 years ago, and then but I'll run you through it. Before going into that, I have a short emotional moment, and I want you all to join me in that, paying respect to someone. And he was your colleague, and he's been with us for the 9 years of running this program. And unfortunately, we lost him a couple of weeks ago. And so in the honor of Mr. Gbenga Mekugbe, I would want us to observe a minute's silence. Mr. Gbenga passed on 2 weeks ago, and he's been the National Schools Coordinator for Pitt Phillips since after a year that we started, and he's been a very great man, a great colleague, a friend. We moved from just work relationship to become good brothers. He's very close to me, and we are having this in Abuja this year because Mr. Gbenga has been on our case that we should move everything to Abuja. Well, because we're not from Abuja, we're a bit skeptical that how would we survive? Like, it's such a big place, and then we don't know how to go about it. But he's always been on the case that, look, let's work in Abuja. It's a national event. Let's do it in Abuja. And this year we decided that, okay, we're going to come to Abuja. And unfortunately, we're in the midst of preparations and planning, and then suddenly he fell ill, and within days it was gone. So that speaks volume to all of us that as much as it lies within us, we should try our best to do that which we can for good of humanity and for good of everyone that we meet. Because I never believed that he will be gone by now. But unfortunately, he's gone. So, in his honor, I will plead with everyone to stand up and give a last respect to Mr. Gbenga. May his gentle soul rest in peace. Thank you. Okay. I'm sure he will be glad that we are having this, so he will want us to be happy, and so we should break out of the emotional mood, and then let's get to the work of making our society better. Okay, now we've all been hearing about Spelling Bee, and I'm sure we've all participated in the program at one point or the other. I know a lot of schools are running it. I know a lot of organizations are running it. I know many people have heard about the bee. Now, the bee started in 1926 in the US, and then it's been running for going on to a century now. But the most important thing about the bee is what we want to quickly run you into so that you can know what it is all about. Some call it extracurricular activity. Some schools recognizes it as a co-curricular activity. Well, I would want you to know that it's actually a co-curricular activity. It's part of the school or developmental model that you need for around training for your students. We are affiliated to Scripps Spelling Bee, where the program started in 1926. So we've been in affiliation with them in the last 10 years, and then we run the model in Nigeria, and we are the only organization that has that relationship with Scripps Spelling Bee in the US. And we realized that many people are running the program without understanding the concept behind the program. Many people are running the program without even knowing what Spelling Bee actually represents or what it stands for. So that my job this morning is to quickly open that up to you so that you can know that it goes way just beyond spelling skills. There are salient values and skill set that are involved in the program, and this is why certain things are in certain ways, so that you can see clearly firsthand why the settings are the way they are. And I've seen people running the program setting the environment in a different format and different fashion, so meaning that they didn't even understand what they are doing in the first place. And again, I will quickly let you know that Pitt Phillips is the only organization in Nigeria that is affiliated to the Scripps Spelling Bee in the US. And when we start in the inception of our program, our winners from Nigeria has the opportunity of going to the US every year to be part of the Scripps. But we are not allowed to compete, so we just go as guests so that we can understand what they are doing. But on the last 4 seasons and 5 seasons, we decided that we're spending a lot of money taking these children to the US without competing. So we decided that, okay, we got the franchise for the Intercontinental Spelling Bee. So we felt it's good that our children go out and compete, because I see it on the children that we take to the US every year. When they're there during the competition, I see the passion that I wish I'm on stage with them. I wish I'm on stage with them. So we felt, oh, why would you win a program and just come to the US and do sightseeing and then come back home? And that cost us a lot of money. So we felt, okay, you know what? Instead of taking you guys to the US for just sightseeing, we would start taking our winners from here to Dubai to actually compete and showcase their skills. And Nigeria, you know, we are very blessed and we are very good in whatever it is we do. We keep telling them in the US, the day you allow us to compete, we will win. And they're always laughing. And interestingly, in 2021, Nigeria went to the Intercontinental Spelling Bee, and we won the senior category, we won the junior category, and out of the 6 awards on stage, Nigeria won 3. We were first in the senior category, we're third in the senior category, and we're second in the junior category. And so that's the time. It's important. Clap for us now. Thank you. So that's how it's been, and so that's to tell us the enormous talent and giftings that our country has been endowed with. And we should not be shy, or we should not be ashamed that we are Nigerians, despite whatever anybody says anywhere in the world. So we started going to Dubai, and so this year is another round we're starting, where our winners from the national competition will be representing Nigeria in Dubai. So the Dubai competition allows for the top 3 in the different categories. So we have opportunity for about 6 spellers to go represent Nigeria in Dubai. So that will be happening later this year in September. So that's just a short, small intro into the program. So I'll go to my slides now, and then I will run us through what we are doing and why we are doing it. So it's important for us to know Okay, before I go into my slides, we have a short test that every participant here should take. So if you can just open your phone and go to our social media pages at Spelling Bee Nigeria. Nigeria is 9JA. Spelling Bee Nigeria, either on Instagram, on Twitter, or on Facebook. Just look for it. There's a test posted there. It's just an online thing. Just click. Just either yes or no question and answer. Not much. So we want everybody here to attempt the questions, please. It's important because we want to know, some of us are coming in to be part of this program for the first time. Some of us have been part of it in previous years. So we just needed a feedback. Don't worry, your identity is secured. We wouldn't, okay. At Spelling Bee Nigeria, 9JA. Spelling, SPELLING, BEE, 9JA, Nigeria. Yeah, the spelling bee Nigeria. Please, quickly. Let's just do it. Are we on it? It's just a 5 minutes test. Are we all on it? Are we on it? Huh? Are, okay. Just click on the link. You see the link on the side. Are you on the page now? Oh, it's not on Twitter? Where is it, please? Facebook and Instagram, right? No, it's not YouTube. It's not a video material. It's just a text material. Are we on it? Okay, please, Omotola, please, up, Omoye, engage them, please. It's a link, you just click on it, it takes you to the questions. So you have about just 10 minutes and I'll return to continue. Facilities that are available, so it shows that we are progressing. You understand? So what we'll do is this. I know it's slow in coming up. You understand? But please, as it comes up, you can. Please come forward, ma'am. Mrs. Agbola, come sit in the front. Please welcome the chairman of NAPS FCT. So please thank her for us. She's been very supportive of our program. So we appreciate her. Thank you, ma. Okay. Check. They are confident enough to ask the pronouncer, please, what do you mean by that word you just said right now? What is the spelling? What is the meaning of that word that you just gave us now? So it's very important you get all this little salient skill set that the program tends to pass on. So you're not just running a competition. Please, it's important, please. And again, finally, we are in the habit of raising children because we want them to win. In our B, we don't encourage that. We encourage participation. So that many times, you've seen some of the videos they played earlier today. You saw how some of them were crying. That's the way we have raised them. It's okay to feel disappointed when you don't win, but it's not enough for you to start crying, thinking all your life is wraps around it. You must let them know that you're on the stage alone, you have learned the lesson we want you to learn. Participation is the order for us. There are a lot of things we are trying to do with the bee that will make it, it will be able to cascade down even to those that will not have the opportunity of coming to the national competition. And that is why we are partnering with NIDA now. We are developing an app where they can easily use on your mobile phones at home to be part of the spelling bee. And these skill sets we are trying to teach, they can easily imbibe it right from homes. They can be part of the bee from anywhere. They'll play game on it. They'll play leadership games. They'll play communication games. They can know how to speak, how to hear, how to listen. It's very important. Those are part of the element of the bee. So don't just see the bee as a competition where they must come and win at all costs. And I see you teachers get angry. Say the pronouncer didn't pronounce well. He is the pronouncer that makes... Please, it's not. if you have trained them well. Because we understand that enunciation issues are related to the mother tongue. So if you do not train your spellers to ask critical questions, then you have not done them well. Because, for example, apologies to anybody from Akwa Ibom. If the pronouncer is from Akwa Ibom, there's a tendency that the mother tongue affects the enunciation. And if you do not train your speller to ask follow-up questions, don't come back and tell us the pronouncer didn't do well. No. We see it even in the US when we go. We see it everywhere we go for the competition all over the world. You know? So please, it's important. When they ask those questions, it will help them. And you know what you're doing for them? You're building confidence in them. They can listen. They can think through. So when they become managers tomorrow in our society, they are not managers that will start actions without thinking through any processes they want to engage in. And as a result, we are building our society. So we go to the slides now. So that's what communication skills tend to do for us. So, in order for us to fulfill these potentials in young people, we started the Spelling Bee and the Young Orators. The Young Orators is an offshoot of the International Public Speaking Competition. We're focused on literacy because we feel on our continent one of our major challenge is communication. Most of the issues we're having in our society, all the wars that are going on, is because we don't seem to understand one another. So we don't seem to know how to even communicate so that you can understand. Because many times I've noticed amongst us here, when we're talking, people many times are just listening, they're waiting for their turn to talk. Many people are not actually listening to you. I just want to say my own. You don't understand me, I want to say my own. But communication involves you hearing me, understanding me, and then me coming back to you that based on what you said, this is what I understand. Are you also understanding me? And then we can have a conversation. So it's important that we do that, and that's why we are focused on these two programs. The second one is a speaking program. It's for a slightly older age, 16 to 20. That's upper secondary and lower tertiary. So, and the winner goes to London every year. And God willing, I'll be in the UK in the next 2 weeks to attend this year's edition. You know, and so the winner from Nigeria also speaks at the International Public Speaking Competition in London every year. We've not been able to win anything at that one. Our winners have been going because we have over 60 countries that come in every year. And man, you need to hear them speak. You can check it online. It's on YouTube. You can check our website. You can check their website. It is organized by the English Speaking Union, of which our Pitt Phillips Foundation is a partner, is a Nigerian partner. We are the only ones running the program in Nigeria for them. And the winner from here goes to compete on the global stage. So, okay, our mission, it's clearly written out there. We encourage them to improve on their knowledge. Pretty much what I've just said are the things that are broken down there. Build poise and confidence in Nigerian youth. Promote cultural integration. How does that happen? We bring them to the national finals. And some of the videos you watched earlier, you could see what they're doing at the national finals. It's part of what we are going to turn into an application that they can play at home. You know what we're doing? We have consultants that come all the way from the UK every year that we pay to come train our Nigerian children on how to use fun activities to equip themselves for life events. So, you know, it's okay to teach in the classroom, but when they are playing, they learn more. So when we bring them to the national finals, we have a series of activities they get involved in. They have the caterpillar game. I can play the video of the caterpillar game for you and see how they learn leadership from just playing the caterpillar game. So it's very key for us because we've come to realize that the 21st century is a sight and sound generation. And when they're involved in things, they tend to learn more when they're actively involved and being engaged in that. So why are we doing what we're doing? We believe what you teachers are doing are great. You're doing a lot of work. You develop lesson notes, you take your time, and you know how children can be. So we feel some of these programs are needed to ease you of that tension, because you're grooming them to be perfect people in our society. So in the process of doing that, they warn you out many times. Shut up! Stop making noise! Stop! No, you know all this stuff. So we felt, okay, let's contribute our own quota with this. Let them come and play. And that's why I'm repeating again. They are not participating in the B just to win because they want to travel abroad or because they want to win laureates, they want to win money. It's okay to win. But teach them that life, you don't always win. Please. You don't always win. I remember the guy that comes first in our class when we were younger. I don't know where he is right now, but I remember when we just finished school. I was already a general manager. The guy was still looking for a job. That's the society we're in. That's life, not just Nigeria. Anywhere in the world. So let them be equipped with this knowledge. So that they know that, okay, I may not always win. You understand? So it's very important. Now, these are the rules now. We have a way in which we arrange the spellers, the on-stage spelling. In numerical order, we have all the tags. They're going to run you through all that later. Mine is just to show you the order of the way it's going to be, but they will actually do a physical demonstration for you. And finally, the judges have the final say. Please, let's cultivate an habit of being magnanimous in victory and also being humble in defeat. You understand? You're not teaching them the right values. When you, the teacher, are the one shouting, you're telling them that they should always contest everything. Because it's important for our society, what we're doing. When you're teaching them, maybe you don't pay attention to this fact, that you're grooming them for the society. Not just for themselves alone. Yeah, they go to school, they come out of school, they're going to better their lives and their parents and their family. Fine, fantastic. But more importantly, be aware of the fact that whatever you do to them is going to be in direct proportion to how our society evolves into, or what our society evolves into. The evolution of our society comes from your hands. So you are a critical element of our society as teachers. Please be mindful of this. So it's not about, the judges, don't do that. Please, I beg of you. So, now I'll just run you through images so that you can see our history. We've really come a long way. We started in 2014. The first winner in 2014, we ran the program only in one state, Osun State. I was biased because that's where I'm from. Yes. We're taught that what they call that thing begins at home. Charity begins at home. So when I was going to start the first spelling bee, I took it to the public schools in Osun for free. And thanks to the governor of the state then who partnered with us, who worked with us, and this young lady, Zena Bolawale, a public school student, was our first winner that made it to the US. And I remember when she was going to the US that year at the airport, the father burst out crying because the father is an auto mechanic engineer and the mother is just a petty trader, and they didn't believe it that their child. Today she's studying law, by the way. So there will be. So that's our first winner. Okay, hold on. Interestingly, this is our second winner from Abuja here, Sheriff College. In 2015, we decided to expand from that one state to 3 states. We did Abuja, Lagos, and Osun. And your girl from Sheriff College was the winner. I think she's currently in Nile University, Base University in Abuja here. I think she studied medicine. That's our second year winner. This is our third year winner. She's studying law in the University of Port Harcourt. She's from Port Harcourt. So we expanded the following year to about 9 states. So we had Port Harcourt, we had River State and all that. So she's from Shalom College, Port Harcourt. She also had the privilege of visiting the US as the winner of the spelling bee. So her name is Ruth James. Okay, this is our 2017 winner. Interestingly, this girl has a very interesting story. She's from Ogun State. And in 2016, she came. And she did so well. She came second in 2016. So that year, the foundation we had some small money. So we decided that then our official dictionary then was Oxford Dictionary. So we said, okay, she did so well and she was so young. We decided to sponsor a trip to the UK to go on a tour of Oxford Dictionary and see the making process of a dictionary. That's her at Oxford. She was so excited that the following year she qualified for the national finals. She walked up to me at the camp and said, I'm going to win this year. And I laughed. I said, oh, I'll be glad to have you win this year. And right as she said, she won in 2017 and also had the opportunity of visiting the US that year. You know, funny enough, she was young when she won. She's still in SS3 now. Still young, yeah. So when I hear you teachers says, oh, an 8-year-old cannot compete with a 14-year-old, I'm saying this is literacy. There's a formula to it. It's not about the age. Cumulatively, most of our winners, and when we check their average age, most of them are within the ages of 10 and 11. Everybody that won, except for Onye, who won when she was 13 in 2015. Most of our winners are within the age range of 10, 11, and they compete against students who are 16, 15. So it's not about the age right now. Like I said to you, the program tends to teach the children concentration, your ability to be very calm. I've noticed one thing: most B winners are very calm students. We can play videos for you and we see some brilliant kids, but they weren't patient and they lost out on the national final stage. I'll play the videos for you. You'll see. You're like, so I keep saying that to get through life and make a headway, I'm not saying everybody should be quiet. There's a difference between calm and quietness, right? So you must constantly teach those brilliant children in your class. You know, when we are brilliant, we're not calm. We want to show it, you know. And in the process, we lose a lot of things. So it's important you drum it into them always. The brilliant ones especially. Please stay calm. When you're calm, you see clearer, you understand better, and you get better delivery. You understand? So it's very critical we do that. Okay, that's our 2018 winner. Interestingly, our 2018 winner also is from Abuja. She's also from Sheffield College. She's currently studying communications at Pan Atlantic University in Lagos. We might be seeing some of them in this year's national final. As a matter of fact, they have all sent their video testimonial that we'll play back at the national finals this year, so that you can see our story. So I'm deliberately running us through all this. So in 2019, we have our champions all the way to Dubai. They didn't do too much. I need to quickly run you through this now. Okay, these are 2019 champions in Dubai. And interestingly, 2020 we couldn't do the program because of COVID. So I feel we all are aware of that. These are 2019 champions in Dubai. Sorry. Okay, 2020 we couldn't go anywhere, and this is 2021. Look at our champions in Dubai. Nigeria went all the way to Dubai, and we cleared, like I told you earlier, the top laurels. For the senior category, this is the senior category champion, and that's the permanent representative from Nigeria to United Arab Emirates, Prince Olumide. He had to come to the event, and he was quite honored to see his country. And we had a couple of ambassadors at the event on that day. And you know how you feel. We had a South African ambassador who was even the chairman of the day. So you can imagine our own permanent representative feeling good because it was the consul general. You know, that's the deputy ambassador, because the ambassador was in the other town. There's another city in UAE where the ambassador is, while he's in Dubai as the consul general. So that's our champion. And you have there our junior category person. She came second in the junior category. And that's the third person. Came third in the senior category as well. So we went all the way to Dubai. So last year, 2022, we didn't we didn't quite get sponsorship, so we couldn't go to the international stage to perform. But the winners from last year, because in line with what we do, when we give a promise, we fulfill it. They will be going along with those that will be winning this year. So the winners from 2022 will be joining the winners of 2023 on their trip to Dubai in September. So this is where the entire team, some parents came along. That's the parents that can afford it. We sponsored only spellers. So if you can afford it, you can come with your child. Or a school at times sponsor trainers or teachers to accompany their students on such trip. We give privileges. A couple of people have been opportune to visit America courtesy of our foundation, because we write letters on your behalf. We speak to the embassy on your behalf because we have a relationship with them because of our integrity. They will give it, and you cannot stay abroad or when you go with our visa. You must come back. So this was the team all at Dubai. This was the national finals for 2022. I think we have that's the champion, that's the national champion for 2022. Hopefully they'll be joining the team going to Dubai this year. And so you will help us also appreciate our sponsors who had come to our aid, because I can be honest with you, what we run every year, we run in hundreds of millions, not small money. The team is going to start from this May now, going from state to state to run the state programs where the winners will emerge for the national competition. So you can see the amount of money we will spend on hotels, feeding, accommodation, and we'll pay them too because they're volunteer staffs. So most of them are professionals, and then we need to pay them for their services. So pretty much this is the overview of the spelling bee. So you are just getting started because the trainers are going to come and do their own beats. My job is to just show you where we are coming from, where we are, and where we are going. And once again, I would also, in your quiet time, pray for the man that has supported us and stood with us from beginning, the man we paid respect to earlier at the beginning, Mr. Gbenga Mekugwe. Please, for his sake, this program will never go down. We are excited to keep doing what we are doing because he paid a whole lot to see us here today. He encouraged her so much. We were scared of coming to Abuja. He kept saying, you need to come to Abuja. And he's been coordinating for us in Abuja. He will go to miles, lengths to ensure that things get done. So in his memory, I'm very sure this year there is an award we are throwing up at the national finals. It's going to be called the Gbenga Mekugwe Awards of Diligence and the national camp. A child is going to win that award. There's a monetary value to that award. The child that will be winning that award will be the child that has that showed strong leadership skills, very calm, very patient, the most diligent student in camp this year will be getting that award. And we've not put value on it, but I'm sure it's going to be a very handsome money. The child that will win it will take home. And it will be like that every year in his memory. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Okay, I'm here for your questions now. I'm sure my own questions should be in the much. Your trainers will still come. The trainers will come for critical questions. But my own questions should just be based on all the overview I've said so far. So if you have questions, I'm willing to take. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you. Okay. The US competition is actually called the Scripps National Spelling Bee. It's a US competition. However, it was open to a couple of countries. About 11 countries joined the US finals. And we had applied from Nigeria to be part of it. We have a partner foundation, a partner organization in Ghana, who has been given the only slot for Africa. So Ghana competes in America every year. But for this year, we had this meeting with them in the US, and they are opening it up to us, but we've not finalized. So I cannot communicate what we don't have yet. But I can tell you that we're already working on it, because America actually wants to stop having foreign countries. You know why? Some time ago, Jamaica came and won, and Americans didn't like it. And if you observe again, last year, a black girl won. You know, it was a big issue in the last 10 years. Indians have been winning. So Americans are skeptical. What does that mean? Does it mean that their students are no more learning? I know whites. I don't want to say that. So let me shut up about that. But we're working on getting Nigeria, hopefully, because we had even proposed the idea to them, and they've set up an international spelling bee, of which I'm on the board, and we're still having meetings globally about that, but until we are sorted. But for now, we have only the Intercontinental Spelling Bee, and we have another competition called Global Read and Spell Contest, which moves from country to country. We also have the franchise here in Nigeria alone. Pitt Phillips hold it, and so I'm not communicating that because it's going to be an overshoot. Whoever wins the national competition will give them opportunity to go on to that one maybe later in there, because they host that every December. I know December is not a period parents want to leave their children to travel for competition. That's why we're not pushing it. But we are in discussions with the organizers of that as well, because for this year's competition to be holding in Singapore, but we're in talks with them. And again, sponsorship is not something that is easy for us. So please plead with Nigerian brands. No, please thank Indomie Noodles. On our behalf, thank them, please. And Learn Africa, our official dictionary. You'll be amazed at what Learn Africa is doing. They are not just giving us dictionary for this. Everybody that will make it to national finance will get dictionary. Everybody. They have all the books. And not only that, they are even giving us money. So please appreciate them. So, and we also have Right Foods. They are coming in gradually. You know, there's still one leg in, but then I'm hoping that when they come in fully, we also have more things to do. And most importantly, we need to appreciate the federal government of Nigeria through NITDA, who had believed in us. And you see, we are using all the facilities of NITDA across the country for free. So a big round of applause for NITDA. Okay, more questions? I guess my work is done here. So thank you very much, and please do have a great time.